Es wird leiser Ping. Inzwischen in größerer Entfernung Ping. Wir warten noch weiter 10 Minuten. Die Spannung meines Körpers löst sich langsam. Mein Rücken schmerzt. Ping, Ping. Ich wollte nicht mehr hier sein und auf den Tod im Wasser warten. Wie viele Menschen sollten noch sinnlos sterben? Ping. Das letzte Ping, das ich hörte, bevor langsam das Herz der Maschine zum neuen Leben erwachte. Dumpfe metallische Klänge aus dem Bauch des Boots. Tief unten, wir nahmen Fahrt auf Suche. Das Ping, diesmal Jäger und nicht gejagt. Und diesmal Jäger und Ping, das ich hörte, bevor langsam das Herz der Maschine zum neuen Leben erwachte. Ping, Ping, Ping. Dumpfe metallische Klänge aus dem Bauch des Boots. Tief unten, wir nahmen Fahrt auf, suchten das Ping, diesmal Jäger und nochmal Jäger. Auf Schleichfahrt durch das kalte Meer, die Wellen ruhig, die Nacht so leer. In Dunkelheit gehüllt, kein Licht, kein Laut, die Stille umhüllt uns, alles scheint vertraut. Doch plötzlich ein Alarm, die Stille zerbricht. Ein Zerstörer naht, er sieht uns im Licht. Der Feind hat uns, wir tauchen ab, die Schrauben drehen, es geht hinab. Wasserbomben fallen, der Ozean schreit. Explosionen in der Tiefe, kleiner Tränen weiter breit. Das Boot ist, der Stahl wird weich. Der Druck wird stärker, das Wasser gleicht. Wir tauchen tiefer, doch die Zeit verrinnt. Im Herzen die Angst, die uns alle noch brennt. Die Tiefe drückt, die Wände knarren. Jeder Atemzug ein Zittern, ein Bangen, das so nah piepst. Der Feind ist so nah, die Hülle knirscht, die Stille ist so klar. Die Männer bewahren, die Hoffnung flieht in dieser Dunkelheit. Nur der Tod, der uns sieht. Der Druck nimmt zu, das Boot wird schwer. Die Hölle um uns, kein Entkommen mehr. Wasserbomben fallen, der Ozean schreit. Explosionen in der Tiefe, keine Tränen weit und breit. Das Boot ist, der Stahl wird weich. Der Druck wird stärker, das Meer wird leicht. Wir tauchen tiefer, doch die Zeit verrinnt. Im Herzen die Angst, die uns alle noch brennt. Jeder Meter tiefer bringt uns an den Rand. Die Hülle bebt wie ein hohes Sei in der Hand. Kein Atemzug mehr frei, die Feuchte gärt. Doch wir geben nicht auf, auch wenn man alles verliert. Die letzte Bombe fällt, das Meer wird still. Doch keiner weiß, ob das Schicksal uns retten will. Im Dunkel der Tiefe, der Ozean hält uns fest. Ob wir je wieder auftauchen, bleibt ein Rätsel, ein Test. Wasserbomben fielen, die Luft war knapp. Der Druck auf den Lungen, die Hoffnung fast erlaubt. Das Boot ächzt, der Stahl geht fast nach. Doch ein letztes Mal steigt es empor mit aller Macht. Die Sonne bricht durch, die Tiefe gibt uns frei. Den Tod entkommen, doch das Herz bleibt schwer dabei.
Alright. Let's continue. And it's going to be interesting because we are going to play today U-boat with the story of the U-250. Because there's this movie, I think it's called Final Defense in English, but it's Tali-Ihantala 1944. It's about the largest battle in Nordics in 1944, about a month after the landings of Normandy, or that started their Russian attack started right about the same time than the landings in Normandy. And I happened to be like one of the 2,000 extras in that movie, and I actually ended up in the screen as well. So it's like had like a pretty good amount of these extras. Yeah, and actual Sturmgeschütz and the 34 tanks, original ones that were like repurposed and used for that movie. So I think I'm going to show a bit of the movie so you can actually get the idea of what we are doing. Hello, Irena. Of course, I was like so busy that I couldn't do this, but yeah. All right, here it is. That's a real Sturmgeschütz. Armored division is going to the counterattack, and I remember recording this scene. So they had like 4 moving Sturmgeschütz, and this actually happened in real life. I was here with my mate from the LDDK versus last one players. There's a couple of guys. I don't. Here's a Kuakkanen. He was given Suomi submarine, but yeah, was recorded in Parola. I was a medic.
No niin, Laakus. Kohta saat
General's son, actually, in real life. It's actually happened.
Kähö, onks kranut varmasti kunnossa?
No putkessa on kranun nopeammin, mitä sä ehdit painaa liipasin.
Turhaa hermoilla, pojat. Luotetaan vaan toisiimme.
Huomio! Rynnäkköön! Marsch, marsch!
I'm on the left. Did get 5 minutes of fame.
Hestö! Odotan nyt lääkintämiehiä!
Ryssä vaunu! Kello 9! Tulta! Niin sitä pitää. Lisää vaunuja! Tulta! Tulta! Sotkatiellä! Kello 11! Alaspäin! Hyvä! Tulta! Sartio hylsi juuttu! Saatana! Aja tien sivuun! Leka! Täällä 19! 4 vaunua tuhottu! Tykki jumiutu!
Neljä vaunua puolessa minuutissa, Laakus. Ei oo muista nähty. Ei edes Saksan rintamalla.
This was some kind of world
Yhdessähän
record.
me tätä. Mä vaan ammuin. Älä nyt vähättele, Uule. Maailmanennätys se oli.
Funny movie. It doesn't have a main character basically, which is pretty weird. But let's get to the sea. So I can tell how this actually connects to the what we are doing right now. So during the Tali-Ihantala, I think the German command sent some U-boats in the Baltics because there's threat of the amphibious landing. Now they couldn't, Russians couldn't take the Sinimäki at Estonia, so they couldn't threaten the southern seaboard of the Finland with the amphibious landings, but they could still go through the Vyborg Bay. Let me bring up the screen. Yep, we are here. All right. By the way, I need a drink. Where's my drink? So currently, and I checked the dates, they are about the right. So now we are U-250. We have been sent from the Poland, Sopot, to help the defense here. Now the Baltic situation is that Russian Navy has been blocked in the Vyborg area. No, sorry, Vyborg, Petersburg area here. And they have been blocked here by the guns in Finland, coastal artillery, and shit ton of mines. And I checked, this is how the minefields and obstacles both sides were laying. And yep, Estonia stopped the Sinimäki offensive, and the border is currently about like this. This is well, it's not historically correct at least. So it's about like this, and Russian attack is Soviet offensive is going here. Now, there's a threat that they could cross this Vyborg Bay here. And fact is that Russian Navy has been very silent lately for a couple of years here, but they have a 2 cruiser and battleship in a Petersburg that were supporting the land battle with the gunnery. So we know that they are about 30 kilometers off the Vyborg. So our mission is to go here. By the way, there were U-boats in Kotka, German U-boats, couple, but yeah. So this submarine has sent to the help the defense here. We should arrive at the Vyborg Bay, and then we are going to meet some PT boats. And if we survive that encounter, we are going to try to find the battleships here. Also, this is console commands. Yep. Do yourself kind of mission. Okay, so let's get going. And this real U-250 was sunk here, exactly here, where I'm pointing, 10 to 20 meters. Depth was 27 meters where it was sunk. And Russians actually recovered the U-boat, despite the closeness to the Finnish coast. So they got like even homing torpedoes. So we are loaded with homing torpedoes just because of that. So we have heard the attack here and are sent with the full speed. Baltic is very shallow place, very poor place for submarines. And if you have watched me playing Sea Power, I did make a mission exactly in this area, exactly like a 1944. So Finnish Navy had tried to attack here, but they have beaten back. So now we are sent here. When the surface ship fail, U-boats get to send, but they can recover.
Jawohl, weiter geht's. Auf Rotlicht wechseln. Normale Beleuchtung einschalten.
U-boats were used when the Russian attack came here. Then they got some use, but that was after the Finland broke the war. Can do like on what 140. to 200 meters. I kind of understand why there isn't like too many missions in the Baltic area, because it wasn't like a major theater for the German Navy, because Finland was like quite well blocking the Russians in the end of the Gulf of Finland. Because only strategic weapon that Finland has is a sea mine, because dump them small sea, dump them full of mines and nobody can cross it. So it's like it's kind of screw you weapon. Of course it's pretty hard to take them out. That's not fun. That's not fun at all, but bad weather, it's okay. There's actually a submarine threat, so what the Russians couldn't do with the surface ship, they could operate submarines in this area. So there should be like a small chance to actually meet the Russian submarine here. So Finnish submarines actually got like a Russian submarine sinkings more than surface ship, which is like a because that was the mainstay of the battles, because they could actually slip past the minefields here. You can actually see how the minefields are out of the artillery range, or more or less. Of course, the Helsinki guns can shoot to the coast of the Estonia. So, but more or less, Russians would used to, and they did try to. I mean, evacuating Tallinn, they did try to go this way. That was one of the massacres. Unhappy times. And Hanko was a place. Oh, that's also like a place where I have been fighting. I have been fighting in this coast in a Sea Power previously, but Hanko was a place of the. If you have seen the Invasion series, which was quite new TV series that was recorded last midsummer. That was modern. Okay, so we are going to avoid the Porkkala minefield.
Koordinaten setzen.
Here.
Kurs setzen. Funkraum besetzen.
There weren't many U-boats in Baltics at any point. I mean, at the start of the continuation war, 1942, they were like only training submarines in a keel. Atlantic was the mainstay always. This is Porkkala. This area here. That was also evacuated, but yeah, it's a Baltics. It's always like a shallow. But yeah, Russians decided to retreat from this place as well. Were rented after the Winter War. Yeah, Hankoniemi as well. Hankoniemi was like a... Okay, now we are in starting to be like in an area where there could be like a potential like air threat.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Diesel besetzen. Torpedorohr 5 gewartet. Horchraum besetzen. Torpedorohr 1 gewartet. Torpedorohr 2 gewartet. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Navigation setzen.
And in this game, the Baltics is apparently like a pretty bland because there's like thousands of smaller islands in this coast, so it's pretty damning to try to like simulate it. Huge amount of everything.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet. Torpedorohr 1 gewartet. Torpedorohr 5 gewartet.
So in this area we should be able to like encounter Russian assets. Sursaari, pretty much like a contested island. They had land naval base. That's actually where the Finnish mortar torpedo boats sunk this one cruiser to the harbor. That's one of the missions I actually made for the sea power.
Auf Rotlicht wechseln.
In case there's no enemy contacts, I'm just like going to spawn them with the console commands, like.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Honestly, I've been thinking about modding the U-boat, but it seems to be a lot of chore to actually make like a new stuff. But yeah, Baltic as a theater would be like a... It shouldn't be like too much of work. What's that?
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation! Dafür haben wir trainiert. Wir werden das gemeinsam durchstehen. Auf Seerohrtiefe. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Ja, Herr Kaloin, ich kümmere mich darum.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rückblick eingesteuert.
Alarm beenden.
Okay. I think the plane just dropped like a flares or something. Huh. Interesting.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Kondensstreifen. Heilung 10.
Well, it could be like a Russian flying boat. That's like a BBR, if I remember correctly. Yeah, misters. Too good of the weather, so I could see it. Mark one eyeball.
Alarm beenden. Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause. Landseerohr besetzen.
And of course they have Russians should have like a ton of observation posts and artillery and whatnot in a Suursaari, so. One of the most interesting like additions to the FDF mod 1.4 back in the day for the Operation Flashpoint was this Suursaari. So they added the what's the Suursaari in English? Gogland.
Melden Sie mir aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Let's see how deep is here.
Tiefe unter Kiel.
Anblasen. Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
0 meters. What? What have you been drinking?
Seerohrtiefe. Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Bootführungsrückblick eingesteuert.
Herr Kaloi, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Let's go below, but
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Bootführer und Umblick eingesteuert.
well, it's shallow, but it's not 0 meters.
15 Meter.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung. Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Bootführer und Umblick eingesteuert.
Tiefe unter Kiel.
Okay. Do it by yourself, basically. Also, turn on the poop. Okay, so... Okay, I have to admit, this reached the 0 meter. Deep mode. Okay, that's a Baltic for you. Okay, so no discipline action is needed.
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
So it's just so murky, but we can't get like a proper depth evaluation. Let's use the camera. Oh, camera is going deep.
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Torpedorohr 5 gewartet.
We are basically hearing pretty far, which is surprising. Baltics is no, Gulf of Finland is pretty murky.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung. Tiefe unter Kiel 4 Meter.
4 meters. Okay, my crew can't use the or test that there's something wrong with the game. Oh, snow. In June. I mean, this should be like a very hot summer. Okay, whatever. Welcome to the Finland, I guess.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
I'm going to save and load the game again if the depth issue would be like a fixed. Because thing is that it might U-boat might bug out or crash, especially if you use the control commands. Because it's not like designed that you can like just spawn stuff to the game. I was even wondering if the floor actually was unleft, didn't like render at all. I mean, it's a 3D object as well, so.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
Torpedorohr 3 wartet.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Hella.
Tiefe unter Kiel 2 Meter.
this feels like it's much deeper than that. Let's restart the whole game. The whole thing, because now I'm suspecting that something was broken. So yeah, didn't even see the bottom, because it should be like something like a. Let's check the C card chart. Open C maps probably can show us the. Back into the game. Okay, so we are near the Oregrund. So here, no, sorry. We are near the Haapasaari. This is pretty like a rough sketch, but it shouldn't be like huge at all. But apparently in this game it is.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause. Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Torpedorohr 2 gewartet. Torpedorohr 5 gewartet.
Diesel besetzen. Leuchtraum besetzen. Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Okay, let's listen.
5 Meter.
Yeah, it doesn't want to like automatically go down.
Tiefe 5 Meter.
Okay, so the automatic like hydrophone check doesn't bring us down. I wonder if the bottom is just like something funny is happening here. I don't know what.
10 Meter.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
Nothing.
Wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Yeah, so, some scripting bugs.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Bestätige.
Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 0 Grad.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
Dafür haben wir trainiert. Wir werden das gemeinsam durchstehen.
Dieselkompressor einschalten.
So our mission is to we are going to do like U-250 did, and they attacked the coastal defense craft after they got like a ton of dirt dropped on them.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Herr Kapitän?
Funkraum besetzen. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Normale Beleuchtung einschalten.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
The U-boat had like their carrier tonnage was 50 tons by rockcraft. But if we survive this, we are going to try to hunt the Russian ships, because there's one ship in this game. And it's a Kirov class. No, one Kirov class known to exist was in the St. Petersburg, and it was providing fire support in Tali-Ihantala. So this is still like in the realm of possibilities. We could actually meet the Kirov in Gulf of Finland. It wasn't doing much during the war, but it's still a possibility.
Kurs setzen. Kleine Fahrt voraus. Kurs setzen.
Okay, several MTBs. And it's pretty far away. Let's guess 3,000 meters.
Aktualisieren.
So
Maschinen,
small.
stopp.
So small.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 1, 3, rechts. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 6, 2, 6, 3 Meter.
Okay.
Aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 1, 5 Knoten. Aktualisieren. Entfernung 4, 8, 6, 7 Meter.
19. 3.1.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 3,
We have a
1, 0, 0
T5.
Meter. Rohr 3, bewässern.
Rohr 3 bewässern.
Can you give me... Why are you giving me like a wrong... Okay, torpedo speed. Maybe this type didn't have a more speed. Ah, it has a fat.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 3, 8, 0, 0 Meter.
Pretty hard to
Schussunterlagen
estimate their speed.
aktualisieren. Entfernung 2, 1, 0, 0 Meter. Gegnerfahrt 1, 5 Knoten. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 3, 0, 0, 3 Meter. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren.
You are not going to waste
Entfernung
munition on
1,
this
5, 0,
tiny
0
ship,
Meter.
yeah, right? Yes, I am, because this is like what happened in historically. Also, Russian Navy is kind of small ships at the Baltics. I think the skipper was like a bored. That's why they shot the small patrol craft. You can check from the U-boat
Aktualisieren.
Pedia.
Entfernung
U-250.
3, 2 Meter.
1.3.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren.
Let's
Entfernung 1,
it's very
3,
tricky shot,
0,
by the way.
0 Meter. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerfahrt 2, 3 Knoten.
Okay.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 1, 2, 0, 0 Meter. Gegnerlage 5, 3, rechts.
53, 53.
Los! Rohr 2, bewässern.
Okay. Okay, please lock my target. UI is bugging out again. Or there's some. Okay, lock.
Kurs setzen.
Okay. Let's say 23 knots. AOB is 55. Distance. Well, that's a difficult thing. That's a difficult thing. These are swimming so shallow.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 2, 6, 8, 9 Meter. Gegnerlage 5, 5. Hub rechts. Geschwindigkeit 2, 3. Knoten.
To 2.1.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung 2, 1, 0, 0 Meter.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
Los! Rohr 4, bewässern.
The problem is that my estimation of speed might be like a grossly like
Rohr 4
wrong.
bewässert.
Not great, not terrible.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
Let's see how how close it's going to be. I mean, you need to like be on the bullseye with this.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag. Jawohl. Los! Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
That's much harder. Okay, the homing torpedo is doing the trick.
Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
And one of these had a fat, so it should circle around. But well, then again, it doesn't really matter. It's like optimized for to hunting the slow-moving cargo ships.
20 Sekunden.
Too bad.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag. Fehlschuss.
selected this guy, okay. Now he's selected. Maintain and load. Closer speed isn't great. I mean, that's going at least 23 knots. 25 probably.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
Also I spawned the coastal defense patrol, so could have been like a corvette with them, but wasn't. Also rate is very poor. Then again, I had this like torpedo boat in a sea power which had exactly the speed of the Russian torpedo, but problem is that it needs to turn sometimes to avoid being like driving to the beach. So.
30 Sekunden.
Let's see if the fuel is going to run out.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Fehlschuss.
Okay, it's going to be like a very close call. This is going to be like a 30 knots. That's very poor. Okay, now it ran out of the... Okay, there's a boat double now. Yep, we couldn't sink the... anything.
Kurs setzen. Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Rohr 4 geladen.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Schornsteinrauch.
Peilung 0 Grad.
Okay, what's that?
Kreuzer. Direkt voraus.
Cruiser. Unknown warship. Okay, that spawned pretty close. What do we have? Yeah, they are not really active if we just spawn them. I suppose it's the getting out of here alive is going to be like the difficulty here. Oh, fudge.
Herr Kaloi, wir wurden entdeckt.
Keine Panik. Konzentriert euch auf eure Aufgaben. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 2, 9, 9, 1 Meter. Gegnerfahrt
Apparently
0,
they have a good
Knoten.
underwater listening
Winkel 9, 0,
ability.
links.
Okay, it's still like a 0 knots. Let's go under that funnel. What's the draught? 5.2 meters.
Rohr 1, bewässern. Rohr 4, bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert. Rohr 4 bewässert.
Los! I did spawn the warships as well, so we might get attacked by the destroyers. Okay, it's pretty shallow here. There's some. Yep, there's some warships.
Herr Kapitän.
Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe. Der Gruppe. Peilung 355 Grad.
A small group of warships. That spawned really close. I would have thought that it's going to be like outside of the viewing distance, like always, but no. Apparently, if you spawn one class ship, it's going to be like at 3,000 meters or so.
Kondensstreifen. Peilung 160 Grad.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Somehow it's sailing without the escorts, or escorts are other side. Okay, there's a lot of aircraft coming. Okay, they notice us.
Kurs setzen.
Yep, depth charges.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Herr Kapitän, ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Ja, Herr Kalop, ich kümmere mich darum.
Wasserbomben. Sehr nah. Wasserbomben. Sehr nah.
Yeah, can't really dive. Okay, that's not good.
Schaden am Tor.
This is
Einbruch im Offizier.
more or less what happened.
Wasserbomben. Sehr nah.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Wasserbomben. Sehr nah.
Okay, it's homing torpedo is coming to the same vocation basically.
Minimalschäden.
Okay, that's not good. Rocket.
Tiefe unter Kiel, 18 Meter.
Höhenbruch im Offiziersraum repariert.
Ouch. Ouch. This is going to hurt.
Schadensbericht.
Höhenbruch im Bugtorpedoraum. Herr Kalon,
Wasserbomben! Sehr nah!
ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloi?
Netzpumpe einschalten.
That's
Schadensbericht.
too close. That guy could drown if we don't do
Herr
anything.
Kalon, beschädigt.
Kurs, diese Koordinaten setzen.
Oh no.
Bericht.
T-base repaired. Damage.
Höhenbruch im Bugtorpedoraum repariert.
Aktuelle Tiefe 15 Meter.
What are you doing?
Herr Kapitän?
My guys are glitching.
20 Meter.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
0 knots. Not going great.
25 Meter.
Doesn't look good. That was pretty spot on. Okay.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. Herr Kapitän,
Broken ribs and broken leg. Well, if we survive this.
aktuelle Tiefe 20 Meter.
Yep.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
110 Grad.
This is the end. Not really. Can't tell. Okay, we are moving again. Observation periscope.
Peilung 90 Grad.
Buoyancy is negative. although bottom is in real U-250 took like over 14 sailors to the bottom. There were like something like a six person who survived.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
30 Meter. Ich könnte etwas helfen.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Ich könnte etwas helfen.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant!
Ich benötige Ihre Unterstützung. Folgen Sie mir.
Ah,
Zu Befehl.
Boise is okay. Move.
200
Blow ballast and abandon ship.
70 Grad.
Not really an option
20
here.
Meter. Ja. Ja. Ja.
Herr Kaloi, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Kondensstreifen. Meinung 50 Grad. Streichfahrt. Auf Blaulichtscheiben. Motoren besetzen. Rohr 5. Bewässern. Aktualisieren. Winkel 1, 0, 9. Bug links. Schadensbericht. Schutzunterlagen aktualisieren.
I'm thinking. Okay, it's damage.
1.
Okay, we can't shoot. How many wounded?
Herr Kapitän,
Okay.
ja. Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
I was thinking if I should like go to the bottom. We can still do.
Tauchen auf. 35 Meter.
I don't think the Kirov is doing much better. Okay, it took like 2 hits. Some listing. Okay, so we got like a several wounded. No deaths this time.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
E-Motoren besetzen.
I wouldn't say that this is a bad situation. Load the torpedoes and turn the ship, and yeah, we can shoot it right now, but it's not going anywhere. Just waiting a torpedo. And the problem is that escorts are nearby. Oh, that's a cool plane, by the way. Two cubic meters of water in the compartment. So we are basically dry. Just got like a lot of wounded. I wonder how many torpedoes we would need, like a couple more maybe. They are giving a wax cleaning to the torpedo.
Geladen. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Okay, so we are going to load all the tubes. Apparently the planes dropped everything they had on us.
Geladen. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Basically, at the Gulf of Finland, this only tactic is to go down on the bottom and bait it out, which might not always work in this game because enemies are pretty good at the shallows. Actually spawned another destroyer squadron nearby, so getting out of here should be like a bloody problematic. But apparently enemies do not have like a very good command network that they would know that. They would actually always tell that, hey, by the way, the submarine is over there. Let's get up.
Aktuelle Tiefe 25 Meter.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Ich benötige etwas Unterstützung.
Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern. Herr Kaller, wir sind auf Zero und für Rundblick eingestellt.
Periscope up.
Schornsteinrauch. Peilung 240 Grad. Kreuzer 240 Grad.
Okay, hello. Okay, definitely taking some water.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 2, 1, 8, 8 Meter. Winkel 9, 1, links. Rohr 1 bewässern. Rohr 2 bewässern. Rohr 3 bewässern. Rohr 4 bewässern. Rohr 1 bewässert. Rohr 2 bewässert. Rohr 3 bewässert. Rohr 4 bewässert. Schneller, schneller. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Los!
I'll be damned if this doesn't work. I mean, they are maintained, so there's that. And I'm okay, of course I'm missing the spread here.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
Why? Why? Okay.
Fehlschuss. Fehlschuss.
Keep torpedoes missing. Okay. That's slightly embarrassing. Now which? Okay, it's already turning. So let's see what the settings are. That's actually okay setting. Unless it was just turning away, but that works. Yeah, multi works. Minimal damage. My captain is like, sorry about this.
Visualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 1, 1, 0, 0 Meter. Kleine Fahrt voraus. Alle Maschinen stopp.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Rohr 1 bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Los!
Okay, so you need to like shoot the different sections of this.
Zerstörer! 350
Oh no.
Grad.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Can you give us more weapons?
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloi?
And if Fat is coming back, but I didn't know. Don't know if I had like a correct settings for that to work. At least okay, from last spread we got like a 2 hits out of 4. Just because the LUT kind of saved the one. Well, it doesn't look healthy, so there's at least that. Okay, that was forward magazine. Maybe we should shoot the aft magazine as well. Okay, they are already like leaving the ship. Which is probably kind of... Okay, I think it's a pretty good idea. Four shots. Apparently you can actually meet the Kirov at the Murmansk area or escorting the convoy from the British house to the Murmansk. So it's possible. But yeah, this feels like I should make this like a proper mission. But that also means that should get very deep into the U-boat modding. Maybe like a define a battle sector. And who knows? Well, that's like a problematic.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Auf Blaulicht schalten.
We need to sneak away. Okay, this is like a MPB. But this is like a destroyer, yep. Apparently Lend-Lease or something.
Kurs setzen. Kurs setzen.
Sad torpedo. That's a lot of powder. Ah, that's Paravan. Who else is here? Not too much AA guns. Yep, I'm not going to recover from this. Meanwhile, I think we are going to... Who's pinging?
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Don't think the MTB has like a stick or anything. They have a like a depth chassis though. I haven't seen them use those. Let's go towards the blue water.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
So basically, Gulf of Finland can be like a really hard place to fight for submarine. Yeah, it's a summer, but there's like a... Oh, they have a hedgehog. Oh, ouch. Then again, Royal Navy did give like lots of ships to the well, not lots of, but even a battleship they gave to the Russians. So there's at least some merit of why we could see some Royal Navy ships, but probably not here. They wouldn't get here. Just because they are, the Russian Navy is kind of blocked. The problem is that if we launch the homing torpedo, it might home to the boat here. Which of them are louder? but the hedgehog is kind of wouldn't be like a only 8
Aktualisieren.
knots.
Geschwindigkeit 8 Knoten. Aktualisieren. Lage 9-0. Hut links. Rohr 5. Bewässern.
Rohr 5 bewässert.
It's maneuvering, so that's why I don't dare to.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Try to use the non-homing torpedo.
Los.
Okay, it's homing. Interception course.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Okay, now it's here this motor torpedo boat, but it's homing towards the right target. So let's see what happens. I dare to like put the first gear in. We are doing like a very small and hopefully not noisy speed.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
Midships. Royal app. That's actually much better than what I was hoping for. The app sounded their alarms, no shit. Okay, that was surprisingly good hit. They are going under immediately. Not tanking shots like previous. Yep.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
And that's the reason why we used the
Kurs setzen.
defensive weapon.
Funkspruch erhalten.
Herr Kaloi, wir wurden von Estig geortet.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Okay, I don't think it's going to shoot it's okay anymore. Apparently the torpedo ripped the aft of the ship totally open.
Telegram gesendet.
Didn't the crew evacuate the ship? Huh. Give me the best Titanic impression. Yeah, it got stuck to the bottom. Yep. That's what happens. During the shallows of the Baltic Sea, this could actually happen, that it's getting stuck in the bottom and then like slips down or capsizes. I haven't seen any ship capsize. That should be like fairly common.
Kurs setzen. Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung. Schleichfahrband. Normale Beleuchtung einschalten. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Tiefe unter Kiel, 7 Meter.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause. Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Bestätigt. Herr Kapitän?
Diesel besetzen.
Then again, these kind of submarine chasers were actually very dangerous at the Baltic Sea, because they were the ones who sunk U-250 in real life. So I don't think this game like gives these little things like any credit, but they are kind of dangerous. They could get like lucky, especially this shadow. Well, of course, the ability to listen underwater would be like great, but
Kurs setzen.
I don't think they have.
Robert, 270
Forward.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Close. Okay.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Schleichfahrt. Auf blau.
Schnellboot, 250 Grad.
Tiefe unter Kiel.
30 Meter.
The destroyer and not the corvette.
Corvette, 235
43 meters. High speed closing in.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Do we have any more weapons?
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kapitän.
Kapitän?
Kurs setzen.
That is an interception. That wouldn't be in the front of their bow, because they could shoot the hedgehog. Okay.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Rohr 5 geladen. Kurs setzen.
Rohr 4 geladen.
Okay, that's a corvette.
Die Motoren besetzen. Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Silent running.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Few defensive weapons, so we could actually try to shoot them, but the motor torpedo boat can actually tank something, so. And there's corvette, so would you like to shoot the corvette with a homing weapon? Not really. Okay, they are definitely like listening, so trying to find something.
Feindliche Kriegsschiffe in Sichtung. Peilung 175 Grad. Feindliche Kriegsschiffe in Sichtung. Peilung 180 Grad.
If you spawn warship command, that actually produces these units that actually do act semi-intelligent way. Just spawning one unit, it's like a just sits there waiting for to be torpedoed. So.
Kurs setzen. Bestätige.
And honestly, there's not too many deep water routes here.
Auf Rotlicht wechseln. Schleichfahrt beenden. Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Standseerohr besetzen. Navigation besetzen. Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Snorkel is so sometimes it feels
Eine
cheating,
Pause
but
wäre jetzt angebracht.
okay.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
That
Endlich
guy
ein
is
paar
pretty
Stunden Pause.
finished.
Herr Kaloy?
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
Ja? Diesel besetzen.
Time acceleration is available with the only small speed because you're so close to the coast and there's like lots of enemy units around, so.
Große Fahrt voraus.
Some of these guys are really finished.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
Navigation besetzen. Ja? Anblasen.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Normale Beleuchtung einschalten.
Herr Kaloy, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Okay, let's improve. Cool.
Eine Pause wäre jetzt angebracht.
Melden Sie sich zur Wache.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Herr Kaloy, ich bin erschöpft. Ich benötige eine kurze Auszeit. Herr Kaloy, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy? Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
Ja,
Rossman needs to sleep.
Herr Kapitän? Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
ja.
Diesel besetzen. Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause. besetzen.
Let's go and check Hanko.
Kurs auf diese
And back to
Koordinaten
Kiel
setzen.
after that. We don't have any other bases. There should be like more submarine bases, but I think this game has like a bare minimum. Like, do you really need like a 3 different bases at the French coast? Probably not. Good weather again.
Herr Kaloi, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern.
Okay, how close we can get?
Kurs setzen. Kurs setzen.
Okay, no town in here. Nothing to see.
Eine Pause wäre jetzt angebracht.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloin? Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Herr Kapitän?
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Herr Kapitän?
Herr Kaloin?
Standseerohr besetzen.
Come on. Go sleep. Go to sleep.
Herr Kapitän? Endlich
Okay, now
ein paar
he's
Stunden
going to
Pause.
sleep.
Ja?
Diesel besetzen.
Herr Kapitän? Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Melden Sie sich zur Wache. Kurs setzen.
Oh, navigational accuracy.
Herr Kapitän?
Navigation besetzen.
Herr Kaloin. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt.
Jawohl.
0. Okay, that's very
Benötige
low.
etwas Unterstützung.
Ich erwarte
Totally
Ihre
forget
Befehle.
to like add somebody to the. Okay, now it's coming up. Problem is that we are definitely like losing the map if the accuracy is too long, too low, like below 0.
Herr Kaloin, ich bin erschöpft. Ich benötige eine kurze Auszeit.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Herr Kaloi?
Melden Sie sich zur Wache.
Ja.
Hot
Endlich
bunking.
Ein paar Stunden Pause. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Herr Kapitän? Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Herr Kapitän?
Diesel besetzen.
Herr Kaloin. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Horchraum besetzen. Funkraum besetzen.
Telegramm gesendet.
Herr Kaloi?
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
This is very shallow and tight spaces here. So I wonder how it's going to be like an end of the world. This feels like a very narrow place to try to sneak through. Although we have our Norway bases, but still. Going to be like a really brutal towards the end of the war.
Ja? Bestätige. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Bestätige.
Herr Kaloin, ich bin erschöpft. Ich benötige eine kurze Auszeit.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Gewässer.
Kurs setzen.
Bestätige.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin. Kurs setzen.
Game loaded the scenery pretty late. Black spots of the damage. Yeah, I guess we got like a hit pretty hard.
Langsame Fahrt voraus. Kleine Fahrt voraus. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
2 members were taken to a hospital. Yeah, so this kind of trip. Story of the U-250, slightly embellished, but yeah. I think it's that is like a easternmost U-boat ever sunk, right here. So that's it for today. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. And also the timetable. So Wednesday, your request, this 4 of mine. And Thursday, Deus Ex Nihilum and Wing Commander, still continuing. Saturday is going to be like Finnish Independence Day, so Road to Vostok at the midday, and then I'm going to be out of the town, so can do a small Independence Day broadcast. That's it. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. I love to see how many of you are watching me, especially now at the Twitch. And yeah, if you are watching this on YouTube later, hit the like button. It's always like really nice to get some impressions. Anyway, that's how small content creators actually can manage.